Good evening. I'm Stacey Amos with News Channel 8, and these are the top stories that we have for you tonight. Senator Uzi Richards drops a bombshell. Senator Sammy Sanders says it's now or never when it comes to the fight against crime. St. Kitts and Nevis is taking over taxis in London, and get set for women's volleyball. Those stories and more up next for you on News Channel 8. Top story tonight, Virgin Islands Senator Uzi Richards held a press conference earlier today, and the 10-year senator dropped a bombshell. News Channel 8's Wes Small files this report.
Well, Stacey, it's on. It's election time, and here Uzi Richards made a devastating announcement today. I'm not going to spoil it for you folks, but the media had no idea what he was going to announce. A lot of us thought maybe he would be discussing the constitutional convention. But Senator Uzi Richards dropped a bomb today.
And I decided that after 22 years of elected public office and 35 years of government service, the time has arrived to make some transitions. I know there are those of you, particularly within the halls of the legislature, they may have heard me singing aloud to myself, I am weak, but thou art strong, and promptly questioned me, and whether or not I just came from a funeral. While there may be some amongst us who sincerely believe that I should be singing aloud, just a closer walk with thee. I, Uzi R. Richards, do today announce that I will not be a candidate for the 38th legislature.
Also, Uzi talked about a lot of things that was very interesting about PERB, about the PSC, about these boards having a lot of expired members on these boards.
When I assumed the position of chairman of the 29th legislature, Committee on Rules and the Judiciary, I found it necessary to have my staff conduct an inventory of the various boards and commissions created by our legislature to determine the active status of their members Within 1 month of the 29th legislature, I wrote to the governor of the Virgin Islands expressing my ongoing concern on the number of boards and commissions that continue to conduct business through members whose terms have long expired. As I speak to you today, the membership status of some 25 boards and commissions that I wrote to the governor about on February 14, 2011 has not improved, but has gotten progressively worse. Our Board of Trustees for the University of the Virgin Islands has 2 members whose terms have expired and another member who has resigned. The board at the Governor Wang F. Louis Hospital and Medical Center, the 9-member board, is conducting business with 2 vacancies and 4 members whose terms have expired. Every single non-governmental member of the Water and Power Authority Board of Directors' term has expired dating back to April of 2011. The Public Employees Relation Board, better and often referred to as PERB, where today every single member's term has expired dating back to 2008 with 1 vacancy. These are but a sample of the more than 30 boards or commissions that are supposed to be the pillars of representative government.
One thing I could say about Uzi Richards, he's never declined this reporter an interview. or any reporter for Channel 8 for that matter. So Channel 8 will miss Usi. Good luck to him and his family. And all of you candidates out there, it's wide open now. I'm Wes Small in front of Teddy's for News Channel 8.
In other news, we now have the name of the unfortunate victim of that deadly car accident recently on the Melvin Evans Highway. He was a Virgin Islands artist named as Troy Leo, better known as Messiah. Leo was born on St. Croix in 1983. He was an original Faya chanter, according to the online site BI Reggae, who called his lyrics outstanding. Troy Leo is from the Estate Prophet area, and our sincere condolences go out to his family and his fellow artists. Well, after 3 homicides in 1 week on St. Croix, Senator Sammy Sanis wants to know why he can't pass a weapons bill through the legislature. News Channel 8's Wes Small has the story.
Here we are with the chairperson of Homeland Security, Sammy Sanis, Senator, and we're going to get right to it. First Columbine, then Aurora, and that Batman movie. And I have to tell you, a lot of politicians like you and Senate President Ronald Russell are standing up and talking to the media this morning about what the heck is going on. I put some facts and figures out, Senator. Over 270 million Americans have guns. Every year, 100,000 people injured by weapons. I don't have to tell you, you and your staff has done the research. 30,000 died by suicide, assaults, or misfires and so forth. Now, Senator, you have been before your fellow senators, legislature. You told me something off camera devastating. 5 times you've tried to get this assault weapon ban out, and you got to be kidding me. And now everyone, I said yesterday with the Senate President, I have got to get Sammy in here to talk about it. Frustrated? Are you frustrated?
It is extremely frustrating, Wes, and it's actually the anti-gang legislation bill. I've tried it numerous times to bring it up, and for one reason or the other, it's been rejected. I'm not giving up. I am going to try it again. But, you know, Wes, between you and I, you know what's going on out there. We are losing a whole generation of Black and Hispanic males, a whole generation, and it's frustrating. It is frustrating to pick up the newspapers and read about a young man who at the age of 22, that's it for him. His whole family is devastated.
And they have children.
And they have children, and their uncles, their fathers. You know, and this is something that we need to put a stop to. And I do hope that when I bring this bill once again, it's going to become a reality. I went to the anti-gang conference in St. Thomas a couple of weeks ago, and I heard the frustration of many people in the Caribbean, many representatives, because they're also having the same issues, but they are attacking it. They are working on it, and that's something that we need to do. And it's not only on the local level, Wes. Let me tell you something. We're supposed to have a Coast Guard cutter that's supposed to be stationed here in the Virgin Islands. You know what that Coast Guard cutter is? It's in freaking Puerto Rico. And excuse my French, but it's supposed to be here, and it's stationed in Puerto Rico. And I sent them a letter. I sent a letter to the Coast Guard, you know, requesting that Coast Guard got to be either stationed here or in St. Thomas. We need for them to start patrolling our waters.
You think that could help with the illegal weapons?
I don't think. I know it's going to help. We need more patrolling of our waters. That's what we need. We need to shore up our borders right now. And I'm sick and tired of what's going on here, but we have to start working together. We have to start working together to eradicate this. And it's not just with law enforcement, my brother. It starts at home. It starts at home. When you see your child leaving at midnight, 2 o'clock in the morning, you need to question that child, find out what's going on. And that's where it starts. So I'm asking everybody, you know, let us come together as one. I'm bringing St. Croix back to where it used to be. A peaceful place, a place where we can raise our families. A place where we can go at nighttime to the lagoon, to the beach, and have nothing to fear. That's what I wish.
What do you have to say about the solvability rate of the VIPD?
You know, they've been under a lot of attack and a lot of criticism. But you know what? The men in blue are trying their best. I know a lot of them on a personal level. My opinion is that I believe we do have one of the best police departments here. They need a lot of support. Yes, and there are some, unfortunately, bad eggs. But that's everywhere, my brother. That's everywhere. But we need to support our police department. We have to give them the financial resources, the tools that they need. And that's one thing that I've always pushed for, to give them the tools that they need to combat this. But it's not just up to the law enforcement agencies here. It's up to all of us. There must be there must have been some witnesses who saw something. All they got to do is call the Crime Stoppers.
Yes,
we have to come together as one community to put an end to this epidemic.
Thank you. He is the chairman of Homeland Security, Senator Sammy Sanis. We promised it. We came through. He never ducked an interview with Channel 8. He didn't start now. I want to thank him and Senate President Ronald Russell. Please keep your guard up out there. 1-800-222-TIPS. That's the number to call. Remain anonymous or just call 911. See something. Say something. I'm Wes Small for News Channel 8.
Department of Health and Human Services is still looking for 13-year-old Shamils David, and unfortunately no photo has been provided as yet. But if you see this child, if you know what he looks like, please contact the VIPD as soon as possible. Coming up, the Twin Island Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis is taking over London's taxi cabs, literally. That's all up next in your Caribbean Report.
This is News Channel 8. This is News Channel 8.
Now here's your news from around the Caribbean region. From Guyana, at least 3 Brazilian miners were reportedly killed after a dredge they were working on capsized in the Cuyuni River on Sunday. From St. Martin, 36 passengers from Royal Caribbean's Freedom of the Seas got the scare of their lives last week when on the tour bus they were on plunged into a ditch. None were seriously injured, though several were taken to a local hospital. From Antigua, the questions of unnecessary force, youth discrimination, and police brutality have once again raised their collective heads in this small society, where a police officer allegedly recently struck a youth so violently on his forehead that it resulted in a bloody laceration. From the Dominican Republic, yesterday's protests in the central campus of the Santo Domingo State University left 3 people wounded, an SUV on fire, and several vehicles partially damaged. From Dominica, the advancement of Dominica and Morocco relations will be high on the agenda as the Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit leads a 2-man delegation to the kingdom for an official visit. From St. Lucia, Brazil is stepping up its cooperation with the government of St. Lucia with a trade volume of around $3 billion a year between the two countries. From the Caribbean, the IMF is reporting a surprising upside coming out of its recently released World Economic and Financial Survey, according to the Washington-based multilateral institution. Growth prospects for Latin America and the Caribbean have moved up by a 1/4 percentage point compared with the forecast presented back in April. From the Caribbean, British Airways will be rewarding customers who stay in the UK to cheer on Team Great Britain and Paralympics Great Britain. The cashback rewards on Caribbean holidays are for travel after the 2012 London Olympic Games and Paralympic Games. From Montserrat, private sector businesses stand to benefit from the arrival of more than 100 delegates set to visit the island next week for the 42nd annual CPSA conference. The event, which is scheduled to run for 1 week, is being organized by the Montserrat Civil Service Association. From Dominica, there is a strong likelihood that Dominica will have an operational geothermal plant by 2014. According to Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit, the government is reportedly in talks with firms in geothermal and power generation about partnering on the construction and operation of the plant. From Guyana, a Guyanese grassroots organization has won a $1 million Japanese grant through the IDB for a project to reduce poverty by creating household organic farms for low-income individuals. From St. Kitts and Nevis, tourism officials are hoping to cash in on the Olympics in Britain this year and have launched a joint campaign that involves a fully branded London taxi featuring the warmth and colors of the Twin Island Federation. From Dominica, wedding and events planning is expected to become easier for both nationals and non-nationals through the collaborative effort of over 40 businesses as the first annual bridal and events fair in Dominica will be held on Sunday, August 5th. And in your cricket update, West Indies superstar batsman Chris Gayle has re-signed with the Sydney Thunder for another season of Australia's glitzy 2020 Big Bash. And exciting West Indies off-spinner Sunil Narine is also headed to Australia's 2020 Big Bash League after signing with defending champions, the Sydney Sixers. Please be sure to check our Facebook page for all full stories and details in the Caribbean Report. Now, the police need your help in finding a Hispanic man who choked his mate, disabled her car, stole her cell phone, then held her children hostage. VIPD spokesperson Melody Rames has more.
Police responded to a disturbance at the Harborview Apartments on St. Croix at about 7:30 a.m. on Monday, July 23rd. Once at the scene, officers were told that there was a domestic disturbance between intimate partners. The female victim told police that on Sunday her partner choked her, disabled her vehicle, took her cell phone, and prevented her and her children from leaving the apartment. The victim told police that after the argument she went to sleep, and when she awoke at 7 a.m. Monday, the suspect was gone. She then secured the apartment and called the police. When police arrived, they searched the area for the suspect but were unable to locate him. The suspect was described as being a Hispanic male, 22 years old, about 5'6" tall, and last seen wearing a black shirt and jeans. The Criminal Investigation Bureau is actively investigating this case.
And as always, if you know something, say something. Now, on a more positive note, it's women's volleyball up next.
This newscast has been sponsored by Mario's Virgin Crystal. Let us save you the hassle of lugging those jugs around. Purified bottled water conveniently delivered to your home or office. Also available in your favorite grocery store. Call 773-2810.
This is News Channel 8. This is News Channel 8.
Well, the Caribbean Women's Volleyball Tournament is in full effect at St. Croix Central High School gym. Here's News Channel 8's Wes Small with more.
Well, Stacy, she's 6'3" and I'm 5'3". Boing. Hey, we got some star players from Trinidad is in the house. It's the Caribbean Volleyball Tournament, and tonight's game is like 5 o'clock. You check your schedule. We'll try to get that up for you. It goes until Monday. I'm going to talk to Assistant Coach Drake here. But look at this beautiful woman I found, 6'3". How you doing? What's your name?
I'm fine. My name is Renelle Ford.
Yes, Miss Ford. Well, what are your chances going against the rest of the teams here this year? How's your team faring?
We have a really good team. We just came out of the Pan American Cup where we beat Mexico and played really well against some of the other teams in the world. So we've come to win. We play to win, and hopefully we come out with the victory.
All right. Now, how long have you been doing this?
Playing volleyball?
Yeah.
I started volleyball when I was 14 years old.
We're not giving away your age. So that must be about what?
I'm 21 years old now.
Wow.
Yeah.
I thought you were still a teenager. Well, so one lady's passed out. Y'all must have jet lag on Leon. All right. Well, good luck to y'all, okay? Who's
Thank
your
you.
first match against?
Barbados.
Are they tough?
We go into every game thinking it's a tough game and we play to win. So
What do you play? What position?
I'm a setter. Setter.
A setter?
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
You're beautiful.
Thank you.
I can tell you that. All these Trinidad ladies are beautiful, man. That's for sure. Coach Drake, what's going on? What's your chances of winning this?
Everything is good. We in this tournament more or less to win. Despite the fact that we have respect for all teams, we hope that all teams have respect for us too, and we need to come out here and play like we always play in all international tournaments, and everything will be all right.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Well, good luck to y'all and everything, and make sure y'all stay safe out there. And
you very
right
much.
now, y'all are having like a logistics meeting upstairs,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
About all the rules and regulations.
Yeah.
How many teams do we have in this tour?
6 tournaments this year in the tournament. We're missing teams like Suriname and so on, but it's all good. All the teams that are here are accustomed coming to the tournament and so on, playing at their best and so on. So it's supposed to be a very exciting tournament this time around. And we hope that the best team, come out winning, which is us. So
Very good. Now, what about London? What does volleyball team? What volleyball team represent Trinidad going to London?
no, not Trinidad, but the Nausicaa region.
Yes.
We have the Dominican Republic. They came out victorious to go to the London Olympics this year.
Really?
Yeah. That was in the pre-Olympic tournament in Tijuana, Mexico. So they represented the Nausicaa Confederation here to go to the Olympics this year in London.
Wait a minute, Miss Ford, what happened with that?
We actually did not play. We didn't play Dominican Republic in the tournament. We were in a separate group.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we didn't come out on top of our group to play them
All right.
in the final.
So next year you'll be back.
Yes,
All right.
we'll be back.
All right, okay. And last but not least, who do we have here?
Crystal Esdell.
Miss Lazelle?
Esdell.
Estelle, how long you been doing this?
For a while now, about 6 years.
About 6 years. And you are from San Fernando, right?
Hell yeah.
I've been there, Yeah, man. It's all right there. Well, what do you play now?
I am an opposite spiker, Daka.
Wow. I know you're good too, huh?
I'm okay.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, look, as you can see here, a lot of the Trinidad team look like they got jet lag, man. They're just like resting and everything. But our editor could appreciate this. Raul, he loves volleyball women, and I can see why. They are really built, and you can see that. Yeah, it's a family show, but they got the logistics going on up there for the meetings. Please, Central High School, this is the venue. Make sure you come here and check it out. We got 6 countries and areas representing, but Trinidad is in the house, red, white, and black, and they're gorgeous too. Stacy, back to you in the newsroom. I'm having too much fun here at Central High School. Jim, I'm Wes Small for News Channel 8.